That sounded terrifying.
Oh my god. Look at the little legs on it.
What am I missing?
You are missing this.
That is a
Aww.
tiny-legged dog.
It's like
I'd
I'm,
probably...
but even more adorable.
Yeah, I got nothing. This. That painting is actually like a bajillion tiny dots.
Pretty much.
I also saw a lot of Andy Warhol and realized that that guy is way more than soup cans and pictures of Marilyn Monroe. Like, he's got some really graphic art that he did, and uh, some really like sexually provocative stuff,
Aw.
like women without their clothes on, tied up, sitting on a bed, just looking depressed.
Okay.
I thought that was a normal
Yeah.
thing.
Well, I'm just,
I mean,
like
wouldn't you look that way if you had to sit there for him to paint it?
Okay, point taken. Um, I also saw American Gothic. Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
It sounds
The
like the thing I've heard of.
the husband and wife in front of the farmhouse with the like one of them's holding the pitchfork and they're just kind of staring at the screen at the painter, like staring forward.
I can confirm if you want to watch VR YouTube videos on Labo, don't do
Uh-huh.
it.
Okay.
Because the distance that those videos are calibrated for is different than what the distance on the Labo VR goggles are. So they don't line up properly.
Okay. Noted. There's also some Picasso. Not a lot of Picasso. Like not Picasso that like I didn't know. I remember
He painted
seeing.
regular stuff.
Yeah. Like my mentality of what Picasso is all crazy abstract, but then there's also stuff like this in his catalog of work.
Yeah, he didn't just paint two eyes on one side of the head with the lips above the nose.
Yeah.
He did other stuff.
Right. Um, I'm not just gonna dump a bunch of pictures of artwork. I think that's about it. I did also see the bean, if you know what the bean is.
Oh yeah.
That thing's big. Like really big.
Yeah.
That huge.
Yeah, it's very large.
And they don't like you to get up real close with cameras. Like they make you stand back.
Really?
And yeah, like there's security people that just kind of walk around. You're not supposed to do any filming in front of it, like taking videos in front of it.
That's weird. I wonder why.
I just didn't ask. Like they came. I was walking up, doing a FaceTime with Lauren, just kind of showing her downtown
Yeah.
Chicago while they're in Florida. But I had a lady come up to me and say, "Please step back. Please step back." Like, okay. Yet there's other people just kind of standing up under it. I don't know. it may like as you get closer to it, it reflects more and more just the shape of it. You see kind of everything the closer you get to it, if that makes sense.
Oh, sure. Get quiet when I put the headset on.
Sorry.
Could see
Oh,
lines moving and everything. I put the headset on. Nothing.
That first picture that I sent, that lady had a school group. She's one of the curators at the museum, and she had a school group, and I just kept carefully following them so I could listen to the explanation of each piece of art that she was stopping at and thought was a good place for the kids to all sit down, because the kids were all walking, holding like these little tiny fold-up chairs. So like she would stop in front of a painting, and then they would all sit around and listen to her give a 15-minute explanation. And I was just kind of, I'd stand 4 or 5 paintings away and just glean some information. It was pretty cool.
The bean.
I didn't pay for the tour. Yeah, the bean.
Gives you like a full 360-degree view just looking forward.
Yep.
So weird.
It is very weird. I had a nice, delicious Chicago hot dog with everything on it.
Ooh.
You have some Chicago-style pizza?
No, we didn't go to Giordano's this trip. That's okay. We go to Chicago at least once a year, and it's
just for the
like
deep dish pizza.
Well, the last time we went, the company dinner, they rented out the Giordano's in Midway.
Oh my gosh.
So it was just all pizza employees at the pizza place.
We need some new...
Oh, you said we need news. Okay.
Farming Simulator coming to the Switch. Again.
Farming Simulator getting VR support.
Awesome!
I really don't like Farming Simulator.
Get out.
Boy.
I think my reason for not liking Farming Simulator is because every time Travis sees Farming Simulator, he wants to play the game where he drives a tractor, but it's not as easy as just getting in the game and driving a tractor.
Mm-hmm.
It's not kid friendly, so I don't feel like putting the effort into it.
Bunch of screenshots for God Eater 3 for the Switch.
Have you seen the trailer for that? It looks so cheesy.
Welcome to God Eater. It's cheesy.
Well, I'm not talking about the game. I'm just talking about the trailer. It is
I haven't seen
the
it,
cheesiest. We all play together, trailer
we fight
thing.
together.
With people
We're friends.
so excited to be beating these monsters, and oh my gosh, it is just, you have to watch it if you haven't.
Super Neptunia RPG on PS4 and Switch delayed till from spring to summer 2019 in the West. So Sony can have everything cut from her that they don't like.
No.
It's really increasing my Switch collection of games right now. All Might comes to Jump Force next month as DLC.
I wish I actually cared about Jump Force.
I know, I mean, it's like muscular All Might, not powered down All Might.
Everything I've heard about Jump Force is not very
Bad.
positive. It's not a fighting game. It's like some weird arena thing. Oh, excuse me. Oh.
PS4 name change is live.
Yeah, and it's broken.
Well, I've only heard the same thing
There's your
even from
news.
Sony about what is broken since day one.
Yeah.
And it also apparently only works for games from 2018.
From like exactly a year ago.
And it also doesn't even work on all of them. Like I'm glad I have a PSN ID that I'm actually happy with, because if I needed to change, I still wouldn't do it because it's still busted.
Okay, Silicon Era doesn't have any good news. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order?
Yeah, it's a new single-player Star Wars game
Didn't know we had a new one coming out.
from Respawn.
Imagine what Platinum could do if they made a Star Wars game. River City Girls from Way Forward? One of the guys in my Destiny group changed their name on PSN. Which is funny because the message says the person's name, change profile name. It's still the same exact name, just a new name. So I don't understand why it's alerting me to that. Or
Change his name to the same thing?
I don't know what it was before, but it says so and so changed their name to, and so it's. I don't know if this is Bungie's way of just countering this, just saying you're going to use the same name, you don't get a choice.
So, according to EA, that Star Wars game is single-player only, will not contain microtransactions, and will have no loot.
I'm sorry, that sounded like crazy talk coming from EA. What? you lost me at this word single player. EA doesn't do single player or lack of microtransactions.
No kid.
Didn't their CEO say we're never doing that again?
Well, apparently they have decided to.
Oh, hey, there's that thing. Super Neptunia RPG delayed in the West. PS4 to feature modified scenes. I don't like that I was right about that.
What did I miss?
Let me find the link. This.
Oh, nap.
So we're gonna play Earth Defense Force Iron Rain, right? Because we did so well with, what was it, 2021?
Yeah.
How do we defeat the big thing? I don't know.
We had what, like 2 nights where we were just focusing on that one fight?
Yep.
Yeah.
Forgot what we did to beat it, but we did it. And it just got worse.
Yeah, got harder. got Lauren to agree to go to a Weird Al Yankovic concert in June.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey, did DOA 6 get its online lobbies this week?
Yes! I just don't really want to talk about Jiggle Ninjas, but that
Why not?
it's totally newsworthy if you want to put it up. I mean, Shelby and I spent at least a good 4 hours playing that yesterday.
Could we just throw it in there as like a mention?
Yeah, I mean, drop it in the news. I just did. I wasn't gonna put it as part of like what I've been playing because I have a funnier story with Beat Saber.
Okay.
But that and I was playing Beat Saber this morning.
Resident Evil 2 is selling a shortcut to unlock the rewards that you get for beating the game normally.
Huh.
I'd say normally, but some of them require some real skill. Reggie's last day is Monday.
Yep. And people are going to be mad if there's no direct on Monday.
Let them be mad.
Predictions for Watch Dogs 3 will be set in London.
The internet has gotten themselves set on the fact that there will be a going away direct for Reggie. If it doesn't happen, it'll be outrage at Nintendo for not doing it.
Whatever. It shouldn't be like that.
Destiny 2 is overhauling quite a few subclasses to make room for its Arc Week event. Arc, meaning their electric power stuff. And apparently there's a bug where the hunters are doing way more damage in Arc than they should be. And they're not going to fix it. Whereas there's a bug where not PS4, PC and Xbox players are able to get the timed exclusive weapon right now. That's only PS4 exclusive, but it's gonna be like it'll be available in like a month or two on there or something. I guess I don't know, but they're fixing that part right away.
What the heck is going on with Sony?
They hate us.
Why are they censoring everything? They're censoring everything sexual, yet I'm willing to bet not a single violent thing gets cut out of Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh,
Nope.
heck no.
But yet show a little too much cleavage, and by God, it's not happening. Oh. I can't, I don't get it. If it's available on multi-platform, you just might as well avoid buying it on PS4. Just period. Ignore it. It never came out. Neptunia is coming out on PS4? Nuh-uh. Switch only. This is so backwards. It's the kind of thing I would have expected from Nintendo. But yet they're not censoring anything in Dead or Alive Scarlet. Like,
Shannon, this is what you need to remember.
Yeah.
You rearrange those letters, it spells Sony. For audio listeners with the pre-show conversation, I just sent Shannon a link from South Park the movie for Sheila Braflos, Kyle's mom. horrific, deplorable violence is okay as long as as long as people don't say any naughty words. That is what war is all about.
I'm very surprised you didn't try to impersonate her.
You don't want that.
You don't have. Never mind. I'm gonna. Nope. Never mind.
Nope.
I know better. We're being recorded. I'm
Too
shutting
late.
up.
Don't do it.
No. Oh man.
News. We need some news.
There is no news.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna be getting close to that. Nobody's gonna talk about anything because E3 is coming up soon.
Oh man, that's what, 2 months away?
Yeah, we're less than 2 months away now.
You know what else is 2 months away? Summer Games Done Quick.
True.
Have I shown you?
No?
Have I shown you guys the stupidly expensive video game controller I bought?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You had my attention at stupid.
Glad to know it. That's all it takes. So I know you guys saw the fight stick I modded.
Yeah.
I also... See, this is what happens when you get way more back on your tax return than you were expecting.
Yeah, I was going to get a second Switch with mine and then decided, you know what? My kids can't play any of my games, so...
Why bother?
No.
Yeah. Alright. How do I drop this in from my phone? Camera. Roll. And boom. Alright. So I imported a stupidly expensive rhythm game controller.
Good grief.
Yep. Yep.
I've seen that before.
You have, haven't you?
Yes.
It's really cool.
You know, if
I like
there's
that it
one thing
lights
I
up.
hate on... If there's one thing I hate on computer parts and a lot of accessories, it's RGB light.
It's really cool on this because it it has a 3.5 millimeter audio input, and I set up an audio splitter to the HDMI cable that I have running into the TV. So all of the lights are now synced with the music when I'm playing rhythm games.
Yeah.
So they flash to the beat of the music, and it is so cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah, well, with computer parts, everybody's racing to RGB everything, and it's just getting annoying.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not going to put lights on my keyboard. However, this makes me feel like I'm at an arcade, and I would much rather spend the $300 on this than the $3,000 it would take to import just one game. So
That's true.
this was my exorbitant, stupid purchase, and I love every stupid ounce of it because it's so good. The light, or the switches, every single one of those lights up underneath it, just like they do on the Beatmania arcade machine.
Mm-hmm.
Great. The only thing I'm thinking about changing is the micro switches. I think that these are just a little too light to activate. They don't have like a satisfying, snappy click when you push them. And I did.
Someone had posted a little miniature fight stick in the Facebook group this week that looked cool for the Switch.
Oh, the Hori one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's. I guess that's kind of newsworthy because that's a really good fight stick, and it is on pre-order right now.
yeah. For like $50, I could pick up a fight stick.
Yeah, it's worth pointing out that those things are fairly small, but
Yeah, it's about the length of the Switch.
yeah.
So it's not
But
huge.
I will say, like, when Travis and I sit down, that is the fight stick he uses on the PS4 because I bought that thing for the PS4 a couple years ago.
Oh, that's the same. Okay, yeah, I have a PS4 one as well.
It's the same exact thing except this one is made for the Switch.
Yep.
The buttons are really good. The only thing that's worth pointing out with this is not a single piece on that is standard. So if you wanted to change out anything like the lever or the buttons, you can't do it because they're all proprietary to fit in this little tiny housing.
Yeah.
Which is funny because the actual button itself is the same size as the buttons I have as spares for the Bar Top Arcade. Just the attachment part that's attached to them won't let me do that.
Right. They are
Yeah.
what you call it? They're countersink
Mm-hmm.
into the housing rather than having that little snap-in ring. It's still, though, like I said, good fight stick.
Yeah. It looks really cool. That'd be one of those things I'd buy it and then take it apart and paint it and do something crazy with it.
Yeah. There's a lot of companies that do like skins, like those vinyl sticker
Yeah.
skin things. Yeah, you can get those for that controller. I know that for a fact.
Is your uh, big fight stick? Is that the same? Is that the? Oh, jeez. Is that the big, hoary, expensive one?
It's not the Vuelix. It is the Real Arcade Pro 4 Kai.
Arcade.
Um, it is. Let's see.
Okay, I think I have a real Arcade Pro. I can't read it from here, but I'm pretty sure that's what I got.
Talking. There.
Yeah, I do have a real Arcade Pro. Uh, V4 Hayabusa is what I have.
Yeah, yeah. You. So the only difference between the Kai and the Hayabusa is the buttons. Oh, you've got the Switch one.
No,
No, no,
that's
no, no.
PS4.
What's okay? The layout's different on that. Slightly.
Well, I mean,
The stick is just a little closer to the buttons.
yeah. And it looks like it's got the button on the far right that yours doesn't, and then the.
His has a button over there.
Yeah, mine has some
Oh.
options. But...
Wait, what?
It's black.
Oh, okay. I was just looking at the thumbnail image, which half of it's cut off.
Let's see, where is there? So even if you don't do anything to update your stick, this I think was the most dramatic upgrade that I made because like I did a bunch of cosmetic stuff and I changed out the buttons, but I put this on the stick itself because I am not a fan of having a square gate at the bottom of it. So like
Right.
you know what I mean by a square gate around
Yeah,
the
I know
hexagon?
exactly what you mean.
Okay, this made the biggest difference in my ability to accurately and consistently perform quarter circle moves. My problem with a square gate is I get hung up in the corners every time.
Maybe we go without a news section this week.
We're just so excited Shannon's back, we skipped the news altogether.
There is no news. The news is a lie.
The news is Shannon's back. Final Fantasy X and X2 do not have amiibo functionality on Switch.
Why would they?
I don't know. People, I guess, thought it was supposed to.
These are the micro switches I'm wanting to put in that Easy Max controller.
Okay, what's the micro switch do?
So the micro switch is what makes that clicky noise. It is also what
Okay.
creates the electrical connection between the different cables that are connected to it.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I have a feeling when I finally get around to building that bar top arcade thing, when I have to put the control part together, I get to understand even more about that when I'm doing it. Yay!
Yeah. If you need help with anything, you let me know.
The biggest two problems I have right now are finding measurements that will work for me with my 24-inch monitor,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to figure out what type of wood to make it out of and how thick it needs to be.
Make it out of redwood. Go cut you down a tree from California and cart that thing back to Texas.
Gosh, so people would be so pissed if I did that.
I really appreciate. I got to show you a picture. I really appreciate how well organized the inside of the Easy Max is, because it's.
Trying to find out what the rarest tree in the world is right now, and just
You should probably not make it out of that.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
top
Don't do
10
that.
endangered trees. There we go. That's what I want.
Yep, chop down a tree just to make your.
Make it out of balsa wood.
No, that's also a terrible idea.
You don't want really soft wood on your arcade cabinet?
No, it needs to be sturdy.
Make it out of bamboo. Make it look like a tropical hut.